This is a first. I couldn't wait no more. I couldn't. I couldn't wait no more because there was too many questions coming in by comments, and I couldn't answer them live because we hadn't set up the studio yet. But I really do want to answer it. I'll say it again. Yes, we do know how to change our situation. It's just got to be all of us. It can't be no one person trying to do it. We all have got to do it. Uh, I've sat back and I watched the young Danny, the young Scott, the young Evans, Robert, what was his last name? He died though. But all of them was young when we was trying to put the enterprise zone together. And it was a lot of work because it was a membership drive to try to get as many black folks on the west side to put their 2 cent in, so when the money came from the federal government, that they would have 2 cents to come their way. But it didn't work out that way. When that first little money came down uh, to the empowerment enterprise zone, black folks and organizations were fighting over it so much. Daley laughed at it and said, "I know what I'll do. I'll take it. I'll make it work. I'll find something in the city that we could do to have this work." And that's what he did. He took that money and he spent it wherever the hell he wanted to spend it. Now we broke, still broke. Uh, what else was being asked of me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, was I a soldier? Yeah, I was a soldier. I was watching so much of this stuff go on that I had to become a soldier. I was watching this politician and that politician meeting in the hallway with their own meeting while we were out front listening to whatever was being said from the stage to the audience. It was, I'm kind of nervous, y'all. This is my first time back in almost 3 years. And I do know what I'm talking about. I've been here long enough to watch the young politician get up on a stage and tell you their plans of bringing jobs and housing and education to the community, which everybody did. The governors, presidents, everybody did that. They lied to you and told you that they was going to bring jobs and and education and housing to the community, and ain't none of it came except for Lawndale Community Development. Uh, hey, when they started rehabbing, if you can't afford $1,200, $1,300 for rent, you could forget about moving into any piece of property they have rehab, and that's gonna be the norm. Hold on, engineer trying to talk to me.
Say, unless you got a section 8. Unless you got a section 8.
Oh,
You can
uh,
really afford it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Thanks. I just you gotta have Section 8 if you want to stay in the community, but there's only gonna be a few. I told you before we went off the wire with the Buck Naked Truth that Evans and Scott Jr. has signed off to give the. I'm getting it straight, y'all. Let me keep this in my mind. The studio over on Western and Ogden and Mount Sinai Hospital, Joint Ranks, they're going to build from Ogden, from the front of Mount Sinai Hospital. Remember that vacant lot over there? That vacant lot goes from Ogden to Roosevelt. They're going to build housing from Ogden to Roosevelt. They didn't start it. Winthrop Bank is over there right now. So as you start renting an apartment, you'll be able to walk to the bank. If you're not seeing how uh, Lawndale, Pearson, Little Village, Garfield, Humble Park, Austin is being changed, then you're not looking, you're not walking out the house every day. We're slowly being pushed to wherever you can go to get an almost decent apartment, to keep warm, take a bath, and cook a meal. Until we grab each other's arm, walk hand in hand, arm in arm, to change what's going on, it's going to continue to roll us over. Got to join hands. You got to want more than what we got now. Is this what we gonna settle for? Are you serious? Somebody's getting shot each and every day, and I bet you it's some BS. It ain't nothing to really be angry about. We gotta calm ourselves down. We got so many problems that we don't know how to solve them. You solve them one at a time. Your biggest problem is your financing. We're going to sit you down and show you. That's a must. You got to come together and find a way to solve that problem because that's going to play a role in your older years. Believe me, once you go past 50, if you don't have no money stashed, if you don't have no insurance, if you don't have no place that you could stay for at least the next 25 years, you might as well hang it up because those are going to be your necessities. You're going to start falling apart month after month, year after year. Something new is going to happen. You're going to have to make more visits to a hospital or to a doctor just to feel like getting up in the morning. Listen to what I'm telling you, y'all. Yeah. Grow old gracefully, healthy. Change what's going on. You got to change your diet. You got to start living to live longer. You can't keep on eating everything and anything that you want to eat. Your body ain't going to digest it like it used to. You got to start eating to hang around. You got to start making decisions so you don't throw your money away. How many of y'all getting a check on Friday and be broke Sunday morning? You're living from check to check. You got to stop doing that. It ain't nothing but a bad habit. We're going to show you how to break that habit because it has to be broken for you to prosper, for you to go anywhere. You're going to have to start saving something. We're going to show you how to save a little bit of money and take that little bit of money and invest it somewhere so that little bit of money and what you invested start coming back and paying you for investing it. That's the way you grow money. You got to invest it, but you don't have no money to invest, you think. You do have money to invest. You just don't have a whole lot of money to invest. What Rosewood's residents were feeling when they created Rosewood had to be what we're feeling now. They say I'm racist. I'm not racist. I talk about how other nationalities attempt to treat me. I lived long enough to demand respect. I have given respect for over 74 years. I just demand it back. I paid my dues. You guys have got to learn how to do it also. We got to do this. It's an absolute must that we learn how to treat each other and talk to each other. If you notice, when we open a store now, we get so uppity. We think we done finally made the millionaire status. You're a long ways from millionaire status. That little money that you invested in there, it's not a little money. It's a lot of money. But you think you're a millionaire now. So you turn your nose up on the folks that used to say hello to you on an everyday basis. You don't do that no more. Now all you do, you get up, you try to get to work to make a check for Friday so you can pay some kind of bills. It's got to change. I'm looking forward to finding some place to put the studio in so we can get the phones in and get the rest of the equipment we need to make this show a little more modern so you can call in so we can have the guests answer whatever you want to ask. so we can explain what we're doing, so we can tell you where we're going to meet at to go in depth with our future plans. You can't discuss everything right out in the open like we used to do, because by the time you get set up to get it done, they done put a brick wall up. You can't do it. We got to learn how to do for ourselves. You got to learn how to shop with ourselves. We spent $1 trillion. Do you remember back here? I don't know the exact date, but I asked y'all to write down every nickel, dime, and quarter and dollar that you spend on an everyday basis for a whole month. At the end of the month, total it up. That's how much money you put into this economy. Now, how much of it can you save? You don't know because you don't know how much you're spending. We were never taught economics. We were never taught how to manipulate a big amount of money. We just go to work, get a check, go cash it, go get the groceries, pay the rent, gas, lights, and you're broke. We're gonna teach you something, and you got to learn it. Your survival depends on it, just like mine. I depend on you to succeed, so we both can succeed. It should be all for one and one for all. It'll work that way. The way we're doing it now, it ain't gonna work. I need to relax, y'all. I need to go back over some of these comments so I can start answering them, and you guys can communicate with me right now till we accumulate the money that's needed to get the phones in, to get the new cameras in. I know this is hard for me to sit up in front of this phone and tell you what's going on with us in the Village Learning Center. There's no, we got 5 people that put as much money as they can every week into building this. And it ain't enough money all at once to get the stuff that we need, but we gonna get it. We're definitely gonna get it. I'm gonna be on live every day this week. You'll see the nerves, the shakiness that's in my voice now, the mind shutting down. I'll tell you what's doing that. That's chemo. And having to catch up with what I was saying. All of that's gonna eventually just fade away. You saw the shorts. The short meant that I'm on chemo. Chemo has, I'll just tell you some of the effects of chemo. It's like shaving a small forest. I got a rash that comes on my nose now. I got a rash that's under my arms. That's all side effects of chemo, y'all. The amount of pills that I have to take just to stay alive. One, two, three, four, five. I got 6 bottles of medicine that I must take every day. Control my blood pressure, control my heart. So the pressure that I'm under, just trying to survive, I'm gonna survive, y'all. I'm gonna see this through. I wanna put some kind of generational wealth together for my son and my nephew, my daughter and my nephew, my other daughter and her son. I don't want them to go through what I'm going through just trying to survive. Got good people around me, and we hooked up and joined hands, and we eat every day, eat real good every day. We pay our bills, we pay them on time, but it's not enough. If I need to go to Georgia to hook up with somebody that's trying to do exactly what we're doing, I can't afford to go. We got to eliminate the need of getting money when we need money. We need to need the money and have it on hand to deliver. We have got to change the way we're living, and we're gonna put a plan out. I'm gonna see what day. Like I said, I'm gonna be on there from 4 to 5. Some days from 5 to 6. Friday I'll be on the air from 4 to 6 every Friday from 4 to 6. Uh, right now you got to catch us as Thomas Collins, QB2 YQ. Once we really get this up and I find out how to change the name, we'll be called Village Learning Center, so we can get all these resources together that you're going to need in order to prosper. Sit down, start dreaming again. Let somebody in the organization read your proposal and show you how to go about getting it done. We need the businesses to create Rosewood. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing unless you create business and everybody is patronizing you. That's the purpose of this radio show. When you open up something, we want to be able to tell the community that you done open so they can come to you and do what they supposed to do. It's time for us to grow, you guys. Let's do it, please. The battery's running out. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Thanks for listening. Tell somebody you need to check us out. You want to communicate with me? Communicate with me through the comments. Call somebody and tell them you need to listen to what this man is talking about so we can question him. And we go from there. We got to go from there. We got to grow, y'all. So communicate with me through the comments. Leave one. I'll answer it on each show. I will answer as many as I can. I'm looking forward to allowing Red Ross to know that I couldn't wait for the new cameras, that I'm going with these so we can start letting you be introduced to the rest of the hosts and what they bring to the village and what you can bring to the village. I know it starts off slow, but we got to start running. I need you to comment, subscribe, share, tell somebody that let's check them out. You got to give me a chance because you didn't listen to everybody else come into the hood and lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you. I have nothing but to gain from telling you the truth and the stuff that's not being told to you, what's being done under the table that you don't know nothing about. See, the worst thing they could do is allow you to be in the room when they're telling these lies about what they're going to attempt to do for you and don't do none of it. They forget that you're in the room. That's what I meant the other day. They forgot I was in the room. That's my blessing for getting to be 74 years old. I was in the room. I heard the lies you was saying. So let's do it this way, y'all. Leave me a comment to answer for you tomorrow. Tell somebody I'm coming on tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and we'll go from there. And thanks for putting up with all this stuttering and shaking. That's just nerves. It's okay. It'll change. I'm going to be okay. Tomorrow, I'll be a different person. Thanks for letting me get it off my chest. I got a lot more to do. Say goodnight. Talk to you tomorrow at 4 o'clock.